One of the frustrating tactics that I noticed about Kody and Robyn, these folks are not just trying to reframe history so that they have a positive spin and they can try to recapture what people might think about them and recondition how they appear in their public persona. I think that they're trying to recondition the truth, basically cover up or gaslight the truth, so that way, if anybody ever approaches them and tries to get money from them, they're in a better position to be able to take them down legally. Hi, my name is James, and this is my take on reality. In this episode, we're going to talk about Kody, Robyn, and their lies, and how their lies potentially could be super effective when they're standing there talking to somebody in a third party. Now, before we get into it, I would ask that if you're watching the channel and you're getting anything from it, that you consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps the channel out. It helps me out. And hey, who doesn't want to help a brother out? So go ahead and hit that HBO special. It stands for Help a Brother Out special down below. Click the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. Boom, you're going to be awesome. Also, I want to thank everybody who's already subscribed to the channel and anybody who takes time to watch these videos. I genuinely appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I'm trying to do the best I can, and we're going to move forward together. Now, if you want to continue to support the channel, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you appreciate the content, and you could also share. I'm not offended, because sharing is caring. Now, let's get it. All right, so here we go. The first things first, when you start talking about somebody telling a lie, what's required for any good lie? Any good lie could just be the fact that you believe the lie. That's what's required for you to tell a good lie. So if in Kody's case and in Robyn's case, they tell these stories about situations to people who were involved with the situations, and they're reconditioning and reshaping those situations by saying, oh, this is what happened. Remember when Christine we were talking about buying a house, and we were going to buy one big house and put it on Coyote Pass, and we we're going to live in heavenly bliss all together as a family and as a unit, and Christine was the only one who said she didn't want to do it, right? And then Janelle's sitting there, one of the only ones in there saying, that's not true. You didn't want to move in there, Robyn. You didn't want to move in there, Mary. I was the one who said I want to do it. Christine was the only one vocal enough to say that she didn't want to do it. She's the only one who had the testicular fortitude to say that she didn't want to do it. The other two don't want to do it. Robyn and Mary didn't want to do it. They had Christine do it, so they got to fall back and play scared and naive and not offend Kody with his idea. But Janelle was all in on it. Now that Christine's left, all of a sudden they're going to hand that off as though every problem they ever had or encountered from that point forward, from Vegas moving forward, was all Christine's fault. She's the one who was doing it. And this is something that's used. This is a technique that's used all the time. If you've ever had a friend who goes to family court, whether it's for divorce, child custody, I'm talking about Christine and Kody, child custody, child support. And when they go down to court, the custodial parent, you'll be talking to them. Okay, you got everything set. You got your facts. You got all your information. And what I would always encourage people, anybody who I knew who was going down for whatever reason, and they were going to do any kind of oral presentation, even if it's something in school, you want to get used to saying whatever it is you're going to say. Because when you get up, the judge doesn't know you. The audience doesn't know you, your classmates or whoever. They don't know you, but particularly a judge doesn't know you. And he's seen people all day. And this judge is familiar that some mothers don't take care of their kids. Some fathers don't take care of their kids. Some mothers are awesome. Some aren't. Some grandparents are amazing. Some aren't. They're used to seeing a plethora of everybody, and they have a few minutes to try to figure out who's who in this cast of characters that shows up to their court. When the custodial parent shows up, they know what the case is. They know what the facts are. They feel comfortable with the facts because they know what happened. And when they show up, they have every intention that they're going to speak the truth. And when they tell the truth, they speak truth to power. They expect that the non-custodial parent or the person they're divorcing or whatever is going to try to explain themselves from the position of what the original person said. So if, for instance, in Kody's case, Christine will show up, she'll say that Kody doesn't come around, he doesn't show interest, he's not really involved with the children, I'm doing everything, I'm financially responsible, I got a stack of bills for Isabel when she had to go in for her surgery, and Kody isn't helping me out at all. At that point, she's expecting Kody to come in and start making a bunch of excuses as to why he's not showing up, why he's not coming around, why he put the bills on her, why she has her name on all the paperwork, the agreements that they had between the two of them that weren't written down, weren't recorded for TLC. She expects him to go along with each one of those things. Here's the reality. Kody's going to come down and he's going to tell a completely different story. The story that Christine is going to tell is not going to match at all the story that Kody is going to tell. And Kody is going to show up with Robyn, and Robyn is going to support everything that Kody said. What he said is true. He never lies. Cody's the good man. You going to deal with that. I've known people who go down to these cases, they go in, they're excited, they're ready, I'm going to get them, and they come home, they look like they just left Vegas. Okay, like everybody's excited to go to Vegas. I'm going to casino, I'm going to empty them out. They get down there and the casino do what it do. They turn your pockets out and then all of a sudden it's a slow ride home or a slow, quiet day at the airport. It is what it is. You go to Vegas airport, the people who are excited and happy, those are the people who just got there. The people who are sad and depressed, those are the people leaving. How is Kody so successful, and how are these people so successful when they get down to court? They're successful because every opportunity they tell their story. Every chance they get, they tell their story. Sometimes they'll tell their story to the custodial parent. Kody is going to tell Christine, I've been trying to come around and see these kids all year and you wouldn't let me. I've been trying to do this and I've been trying to do that and you've been keeping them from me. Some of you, this is going to ring all kinds of bells. Yeah, that dude, he said that same crap to me. Well, this is what the lie is. They're not just trying to gaslight you. They're reinforcing that lie. So when they go in front of a judge, they go in front of whoever the audience member is, they're going to have supreme confidence in everything that they say. If you don't tell your story and retell your story and retell your story and reinforce your story, you're going to go in front of these people. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be afraid. And you're going to stumble and search for words. And it's going to look like, for instance, you'll show up. I just want to tell you that, like, I was when I had the child, I had it, and I would try to make them available, and like sometimes the father he wouldn't show up and stuff, and he wouldn't come to the house. Like I would have the baby ready, and that he would not come when he was supposed to come, and then I had to take the baby and bring her in the house, and she would be upset because she couldn't see her father. Then the judge would say, okay, I heard your story. He'll go to the father and say, what is your position? The father say, Your Honor, I would show up to the house every time I had something to do. Without fail, I would come out. And then every time I came out, she would never be home. She wouldn't pick up the phone. I would text message her. I would send her text messages. I would have my friends call her. And I would talk to her about getting the kids. But then when I show up to get the kids are never available. The kids are never around. I would show up anywhere she wanted me to get those kids. I would get them because, Your Honor, I love my children and I want to be a part of my children's life. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. I would do anything for my children. If she told me to meet her in the bowels of hell, I will be there early, Your Honor, because that's how much I care for my kids. Now, when you step back and look at it, I know I played that last guy up, but when you step back, you're like, this dude is ridiculous. But when you step back and look at it, and you're listening to the confidence in the way that the message is being delivered, this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. If you go to court and you're second guessing dates, times, your story, things that you're saying, and you're doing all these things, you're on TV, during the time when they're reshooting the scenarios that they have on TLC between the sister wives and their interactions. It sounds like you're not sure what happened. This other person who's telling the lie sounds like he's supremely sure. Now, if given a chance on who you should believe between the two stories, should I believe the person who is absolutely sure what happened or the person who's guessing that this is kind of what happened? You're going to go with the person who absolutely sounds like they know what's happening. And this is part of the trick that Kody and Robyn are playing. They're playing a game. I'm going to go and I'm going to keep repeating that everything is Christine's fault. Christine is the one who tore us down. Christine is the one who broke us up. And you're not just speaking that for each other. You're not just saying those things so that you can convince the other two ladies, Mary and Janelle, who are sitting at the table. You're saying these things so you can get yourself used to saying them. So if you ever have to repeat them, you're good to go. We have to understand something. The confessional, and when they do the little individual confessional portions of the show, these could happen weeks, months after they've already filmed certain segments. It could be months after an instance or a situation has arrived on camera, and they're asking them to tell the story as though it just happened yesterday or is happening in the present time. We have to understand that when they're retelling that story, they have told that story the way that they want to tell that story and fashion that story probably 50 times. That's why Kody sounds so supremely confident when he's telling his confessionals and speaking on his confessionals. Oh, this is what happened. See, Janelle, she wants to do that. Christine, she wanted to do this, that, and it wasn't fair. And what I was thinking was, and he tries to justify, create excuses as to why he's doing this bad behavior. And it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. It sounds like he believes it. And if he believes it, then nobody is that rotten and that evil that they could just sit there and lie to everybody, right? So it sounds like he actually knows what he's talking about. The truth of the matter is that he's used the power of repetition. He used the power of repetition. And he said it enough to where he actually believes that this is what happened. When you're dealing with your day-to-day life, watch for people who use this power of persuasion. They will tell you stories. When you are dealing with non-custodial parents, you're dealing with your exes, you're dealing with people at work, and you're working on a big project and something goes horribly wrong for the project, and the people are telling a story, don't blow that off. I mean, you might not snap out and respond to everything they say, but make sure you listen to what they're saying because they're revealing what they're going to use against you later on. And as Kody is telling this story, I would suggest for Christine to pay attention to what he's saying. He's telling you that if you ever take him to court, he's going to make the assertion that you were denying him access to Truly and that you've turned his other kids against him. He's already started saying that about Janelle. They have the one child, Savannah, and it sounds like she's almost out of school and he's out of the woods with her. But he's trying to make it sound as though everything is on Janelle and all that responsibility is on Janelle. And she has to be careful about it. All right, guys, let me know what you think. My name is James. This is my take on reality, and I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I